More and more Republicans continue to call for the impeachment of Joe Biden, and some of them are even saying we got to go ahead and impeach Vice President Kamala Harris as well. Make no mistake, folks, this call for impeachment is not because Joe Biden has actually committed any high crimes or misdemeanors. It's not because he is a dangerously corrupt or incompetent individual serving in the White House. It's because Republicans want payback. They want vengeance for Democrats impeaching Donald Trump twice. That is 100% what all of this is about. That's why you had Marjorie Taylor Greene introduce, or attempt to introduce, articles of impeachment on literally Biden's first day in office. That alone showed you that this was all a farce from the beginning. But that's not stopping them. They're going to continue to push on with this. And here's the thing, right now, this is all meaningless, empty threats. They do not have the numbers in either the House or the Senate to pass articles of impeachment. So this thing, if they were to do it now, would be dead on arrival. But Republicans aren't banking on doing it right now. And that's what people have to understand. They're building this up, and they're going to continue talking about it, I promise you, for the next 14, 15 months, all throughout the November 2022 midterms. Because that's when things could change. Because if Republicans take back the House, if they take back the Senate, which is going to be a little harder for them to do, but if they do those things, you can go ahead and bank on them impeaching Joe Biden. That's what they want. That's what they need to happen. Again, not because he's corrupt or because he broke any laws, but because they have to show that they can get him back for what the Democrats did to Donald Trump twice. Now, of course, Donald Trump did break the law. First one, pressuring a foreign leader to deliver dirt on his political rival in exchange for money that Congress had passed for that individual. The second one for inciting the January 6th insurrection. So yeah, those are real, tangible things that Donald Trump clearly did. And according to the impeachment, he definitely did. But what do they have on Biden? My best guess at this point is if they get the numbers after the 2022 midterms, they're probably going to have to charge him with negligence, dereliction of duty, I guess, but those are so weirdly broad crimes that they're not going to end up getting a conviction no matter how many Republicans they get in the Senate. But if they could just get it past that House, then all of a sudden, he becomes an impeached president just like Donald Trump. It won't happen twice, most likely, but he has to go along with being an impeached president for the rest of his administration, for the rest of his life. All because Republicans are out for political revenge. Impeachment, unfortunately, has become weaponized here in the United States. Even all the way back to the Bill Clinton impeachment. His behavior was truly disgusting. Don't get me wrong. I don't defend at all what he did or his administration, to be honest with you. Not a fan of any of it. But impeaching him for lying about an affair, that's ticky-tack stuff. Just like, you know what gets me here? You had a real president who committed real, actual war crimes, George W. Bush, and that dude never got impeached. Republicans tried on more than a dozen different occasions to impeach Barack Obama for various things. Democrats impeached Trump twice, but they tried to do it multiple times. And those other times, I clearly said, sitting right here, I didn't support those because it was stupid and partisan, politically motivated. Didn't like it. Didn't want to go along with it. Didn't support it. So the one time we actually had a guy that needed to be impeached, that needed to be removed, nothing happens. Nope. No forward progress on that at all. And here we are. We're going to be in an endless cycle of impeachments at this point if Republicans have their way. But there is a way to prevent that, and that is don't let them get majorities in the 2022 midterms. It really, folks, is that simple. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel for fresh content 7 days a week.